Yes, we are explaining the Part C fourth program. That is, let us see what is the Part C fourth program. Using the swing components, design the form for an electricity office for accepting meter number, customer name, previous reading, current reading. Use data validation to see the current reading is more than previous reading and produce the bill in neat format. Bill is calculated as follows. So this is an electricity bill program. So we have to do some validations also, and also we have to calculate some bill. So what is the condition here? It has given if unit consumed is less than or equal to 150, charges 200. Okay, for the next 50 unit, rupees 1 rupee 50 paisa per unit. For the next 100 unit, it means 151 to 200. Here 201 to 300, it is 2 rupees per unit. Okay, for the next additional unit charges is 3 per unit or rupees 500, whichever is maximum. So this program has to develop by using swing component. So we are designing this swing program. Okay, so these packages are compulsory important. Import java.awt.star, import java.awt.event.star, import javax.swing.star, import javax_swing.event.star, import java.lang.star. Now you are writing the class. What is the name of the class? Bill. The name of the class is bill. It extends JFrame, implements action listeners. Okay, and now I'm defining the label object. These are the label objects we required. So what are the label objects we required? Meter underscore number, previous underscore reading, current underscore reading, number of unit, and net amount. So these are the labels are required. In front of these labels we must require the JText field objects. So I am defining the JLabel object like this and JText field object like this. Meter number, previous underscore read. Please observe these variables are different, and current underscore read, and number of unit, and net amount as capital. Okay, and next I am defining the button object, calculate and clear. For calculation part, I am defining some variables double C, int x is equal to 0, z is equal to 0, n comma d comma a comma e. These are defined for our calculation purpose. Okay, and now I am writing the constructor. What is the name of the class? Bill. By the bill method, if I define the bill method, means automatically it is a constructor. Now here in the constructor, I am specifying the super method. As you know, it is a used to initialize the base class constructor through from derived class, and also it is appearing as in a title bar title. Okay, and we are setting the layout. Please observe here we are setting the layout as a flow layout. Flow layout means left to right. First I am creating the meter number as a label object with the label as enter meter number. Immediately we have to add this component to your container. Okay, add method we are using. In front of that label we must require one text field. So meter underscore number, we are creating JText field and immediately adding this component to your container. Okay, and pre-reading, we are creating the label object enter previous reading. Here it is enter previous reading, and we have to add this label object to your component, sorry, container. And next in front of that enter previous reading, we must require a text field. Now I am creating the text field object of a previous underscore read with JText field, and we are adding that component to your container. We are adding that component to your container. Okay, and next we are creating current reading label object with the label as current reading, and we have to add that current read object to your container. In front of that we require one text field, so we are adding that text field to your container. We are creating the text field and we are adding that text field to your container. And we have to display the number of unit as a label. So we are creating the label object as a number of unit with the label as a total unit, and we have to add that label object to your container. In front of that we must require a text field, so we are creating that number of unit is equal to new JText field of 10. Okay, and next we are adding that component to your container. Now let us see here number of unit. What is this number of unit? Is the text field, right? set editable as false. You are not supposed to editable, modify, right? That is why I am setting this property as a read only as false. Set editable false means read only. Okay, and now I am creating one more object. That object is net amount, label as to be display total amount or net amount. I am created that label object and adding that label object to your container. In front of that, one text field is required. I am creating that net amount equal to new j text field of and adding that net amount component to your container. Okay, and also please observe here net amount dot set editable false, so you are unable to modify it. Now I am creating the button object with the caption as a calculate, and we are adding that button object to your container, and we are creating the clear button object as a caption as a clear. Okay, and we are adding that clear button object to your container, and also we are performing cal.add action listener. If you click the calculate button, some of the event has to be taken place. We have tried that what the event has to be taken place. And also clear button, if you click the clear button, some of the action should be taken place. That we have to specify by using action perform method. Here this is specify particular class of this. Okay, and now public void action performed. If you click the button, this method has to be execute. These listeners has to be registered. If you registers only, these events should be taken place. Okay, now try catch blocks. We are writing if cal is equal to e dot get source. E here object is exist. E dot get source means if you click the calculate button, what action should be taken place. We are writing the action should be first previous read dot get text. Whatever the value you have entered in the previous reading text box is a string. You are accessing by using the get text method is a string. You are forcefully converting into integer and storing in x variable. And also you have to access the current reading. As we know how to calculate the number of unit, current reading minus previous reading, right? So you have to access the current read to get a text value, and you are forcefully converting into integer and you are storing in variable a. Okay, and next you are calculating n is equal to a minus x. What is n is equal to a minus x? Current reading minus previous reading. If you calculate current reading minus the previous reading, you are getting the number of unit consumed. Number of unit you have consumed. And next you are calculating according to the condition. If a less than x, what is a? A is current reading. What is x? Previous reading. If current reading is less than previous reading, automatically what you have to set? Meter number 0. And in previous reading, so we are setting the text as current read less than previous, and the current read text box what you are setting? Previous reading is greater than current. Okay, and next number of unit dot set text you are setting as 0. Net amount text field you are setting as 0. Else if n less than or equal to 150, if the number of unit is less than or equal to 150, then your charging amount is 200. You are storing in C, and number of unit dot set text. So in the text field of number of unit, you are setting the value as n. Okay, and net amount, in the net amount dot set text, net amount text field you are setting as 200 rupees. In the number of unit you are setting the number of unit, and net amount you are setting the amount as 200. Else if n less than or equal to 200, please observe here. If else if n less than or equal to 200, if it is less than or equal to 200, for example, assume that I have consumed 175 unit. How many unit I have consumed? 175 unit. 175 minus 150. So how many unit you have extra consumed? 25. Okay. So what is the charge for first 150 unit? 200 plus next 25 unit you are charging 1 rupee 50 paisa per unit. Okay. So 200 plus 25 into 1 rupee 50 paisa. Got it? And next you are setting the number of unit as n and net amount as C. Okay, and else if n less than or equal to 300. Now you are calculating n minus 200. Okay, n minus 200. For example, you have consumed 250 units. 250 less than or equal to 300. Condition is true, right? So n is a 250. 250 minus 200. So how much extra unit you have accessed? 50 units. Okay. So now you are calculating for the first 150 unit, it is 200 rupees. For the next 50 units, 50 into 1 rupee 50 paise, it is 75 rupees, plus what is additional unit you have consumed? 50, right? 50 into 2 rupees. So if you process this, you are going to getting a calculation of your charge, and you are setting the number of unit as well as net amount. Okay, else E is equal to n minus 300. If you consume more than 300, now you are calculating, for example, 400 unit you have consumed. 400 minus 300, extra unit is 100. Okay, now you are calculating D is equal to math dot max function you are using in the question. It has been given clearly that for the next additional unit charges is rupees 300 per unit or 500, whichever is maximum. So per unit 3 rupees or 500, whichever is maximum. Okay, so we are calculating that. How to calculate that? Let us see now. Okay, now we have consumed 350 unit, or else 375 unit. 375 minus 300, extra is 75. 75 into 3, how much? 150, 225. Whether 225 comma 500, whichever is maximum, 500. So you are placing as 500 is maximum. Okay, so 500 rupees is maximum, and you are storing here. For example, if you have consumed 1000 unit, 1000 minus 300, 700. So 700 into 3, 2100. 2100 is maximum and 500 is minimum. Okay, it will be charged 2100 for 700 unit. Okay, and now please observe here, first 150 unit, it is 200 rupees. Next 50, 75. Next 100 units, 2 rupees, plus next remaining 700 unit, how much? 2100. Okay, remaining 700 unit, 700 unit, how much you are charging? 2100 plus. Otherwise what happens? Please observe here, if you have consumed 7 yes, E3 is 700 into 3, 2100. Okay, then it is not required, I think so. Here it is not required. Okay, we have to remove this part, and you have to just give it as a D. No, yes, here we have to charge. Otherwise, if it is 1000 unit, if you have consumed 1000 unit, 1000 into 3, 3000. Here what happens? 2100 plus 475, 2575. You are saving 475 rupees, I think so, right? Okay, likewise you are calculating and you are setting, and net amount also you are setting. Okay, and next, if you click else if clear is equal to e dot get source, then automatically meter number, previous reading text field, current reading text field, number of unit text field, net amount to text field, you are setting as blank. You are setting as blank. In case any exception occurs in catch block, you are taking as a number format exception, and you are setting it as a 0. Okay, here your method ends, your class ends. Program 8 has not finished. Now why? Because main method is not there, we are writing one more class. What is the name of the class? eBill. Okay, in the eBill we are having main method public static void main, and for the bill class you are creating the object as values dot set visible as a true. If you doesn't make it as a visible as a true, your controls won't appears. Values dot set size as a 300 300, you are specifying the height and width, and values dot set default close operation, this is required. If you doesn't specify, then even if you click the X button, it doesn't closes. Okay, values dot set resizable as a true. If you set this value as a true, only you can resize, otherwise resize is not possible. Okay, now you are seeing the compilation of this program, Java C eBill.java, Java eBill. Okay, now let me check this program. It is my pro. Yes, let me run this fourth program. Part C bill ebill.java. I am editing. So this is our program. Okay, let me save as. I'm ensuring that I'm storing in JDK 1.4 bin as ebill.java. Now if I click the save option, it will be stored. I have opened here. Now I am compiling java c ebill.java. Is there any error? No error. Now I am running. How to run your Swing program? Java ebill. It is just like as your application program, not as an applet program. Okay, please observe here. If I click the maximize button, your controls are appearing like this. If I minimize this button, okay, if I minimize, then only it can be set. Clear? Because this is a flow layout. This is a flow layout. Okay, so yes. Now we have, please observe, this is a true text field. It is set visible as false. Okay, sorry, set editable as false, not as a set visible, set editable as made as false. Okay, now I am giving meter number 222, previous reading 3 2 5 6 7 T 270 and 3 4 3 is not working, 420 420 0 is also not working. Okay, 422. Calculate. Total number of units is 152. For first 150 units, how much? 200. Next 2 units, 1 rupee 50 paise, right? So 1 rupee 50 paise means for 2 unit it is a 3 rupees. Got it? Yes. Likewise, you can modify. Okay. Current reading, let me make it as 500, 499. Calculate, it is a 229 unit, 333 rupees. Okay, so likewise you can calculate. If I click calculate button, it will show 0. Okay, if I enter only the meter number, if I click the calculate, it will set as a 0. Okay, yes, for example, one validation we have to set, right? I'm giving current previous reading as 22, current reading as 29, no 9, 20, let it make it as a 29, it is 22. Okay, previous reading is 29, current reading is 22. If you click here, it will show the validation as enter meter number, current reading and previous reading. Current reading must be less than previous reading, current reading is less than previous reading, and previous reading is greater than current reading. Okay, this is the mistake has happened. Okay, it is showing like that. Clear it? That's it. Hope you understand this concept. We will meet in next class.